Look at my wonderful writing. Which one of the equations below matches the graph? So we have multiple choice. I have a graph here. All it tells us is this is 3, negative 3, and that was 16 pi. Does that sound right? Okay. I want to figure out which trig function it is. Partner A tell partner B which trig function, sine or cosine, and how do you know that? Sophie, which trig function do you think it is? Sophie?
My bad.
She says cosine. Raise your hand if you got cosine. Raise your hand, sine. Okay. As I heard some students talk about, look at the starting point. Class, is it starting at 0? No. If it was starting at 0, that would be sine. Here it's starting at 3, or you can think of it as 1. And then there's my first period. Let me mark the first period. So 1 period. So I know that it's cosine, right? Which means I can eliminate which ones? A and C. Another way I can eliminate A is because A is the only one that has a negative what? A value. Now, although the amplitude, let's write down the formula for amplitude. Partner B tell partner A the formula for amplitude. Manny? Formula. Okay, that's how you find your letters, but what's the formula for the amplitude? Good. So, although you're going to put in whatever A value, remember the A value is either from the max to the midline or from your minimum to the midline. It's a distance. And so it doesn't matter what value you put in. What I'm trying to say is that the A negative value would have done what? Reflect it over the x-axis. That's what the negative does. So that's why I am also eliminating A. Okay, I got two choices here. We know that our amplitude is going to be a 3. So we have that in B and D. The next thing we need to talk about is the period. Partner A tell partner B the formula for the period. Annalie, what's your formula? Yeah, this only works for sine and cosine, and it's reciprocal, secant, and cosecant, and not tangent, and not cotangent. Okay, so if I already have 2 periods here, right? What is half of 16 pi? So this would have been 8 pi. So if I know that the period is equal to, that means the graph starts and ends by 1 period, like think of a class period, starts and ends by 8 pi, all I have to do is just put 8 pi here and solve. 8 pi equals 2 pi over B. Partner B tell partner A, how do you solve something like this? Ready, set, go. Melissa, what can we do? Yeah, I'd make this a 1 and you can cross multiply. 2 pi, 1 times 2 pi is 2 pi. 8 pi times B. We're trying to solve for the letters A and B. So if I divide by 8 pi here, your 8's will cancel, pi's will cancel, pi's will cancel over here. This is essentially 1 times 2. 8 is 2 times 4. Your 2's will cancel, so your b value is 1/4. So if I have a b value of 1/4, my amplitude is 3. So my a value, pay attention here, my a value can actually be positive or negative 3, but we know that it's what? It's positive because it's a bucket. Do you see it? The bucket's not turned upside down. So I have an a value that's positive 3, b value that's 1/4. My answer is D is the correct answer. Now, you could also work backwards. Let's just say you knew that the period was 8 pi. You could have actually done each of those problems, find its b value, put it into 2 pi over b, and figure out which one had the answer of 8 pi. Do you see that?